What if your professional network is the missing link to a career transition? If you're an executive assistant or administrative assistant seeking change, the path forward might be more accessible than you think. Join me as we continue this series on networking for a career change. In this week's episode, we will unearth the hidden treasures in your existing professional relationships that could reshape your career narrative. Let's get to it. Welcome to the channel, episode 8 of the Admin No More show. My name is Tanya Finks, and I help high-performing rockstar admins like you transition to a non-admin career of your dreams without burning bridges or spinning your wheels. Today's episode is all about how to leverage your existing professional connections to make a career change. If you find this content useful, then give it a thumbs up, which helps the channel grow. And if you have admins in your life who would benefit from this content, please do share it. You could change a career and a life. Before we get to the meat of the content, I'm excited to share that I'm going to be offering a limited series of free on-camera 20-minute consultations. Whether you are considering a change but torn by loyalty to your manager, or you're on board for a career change but you're unsure how to get started. If you've tried a couple things, but it feels like you're spinning your wheels, or you're just curious what a change could look like for you, this is a great opportunity. This completely free, no obligation career clarity strategy session will provide tangible actions you can take to move forward. If this sounds interesting to you, don't hesitate. I'm only doing a limited number of sessions, so be sure to click the link in the description today. Okay, let's get to today's topic. In the first episode of this series, which you'll find linked in the description, we talked about some of the major challenges you might encounter when attempting to make a career change from an admin role to a non-admin career, and how networking can be helpful in overcoming those barriers. In the second episode of the series, we focused on how to leverage online platforms like LinkedIn and Meetup.com to support your career change goals. In this episode, we'll explore how to nurture and leverage your existing professional connections to navigate a career change. Those professional connections who already know you can be helpful to your career change in multiple ways. First, they can help you identify your strengths. Sometimes we're not in the best position to see our own strengths. Sometimes it's because we don't fully see what we're capable of. Sometimes it takes someone outside ourselves to be able to see us objectively, or more generously than we see ourselves. Your professional network can help you see what you can't see yourself. People who know you professionally can share their thoughts on what work they can see you doing. Sometimes they can see strengths we don't see, but sometimes they simply know better what strengths are required for other roles. So your current network can help pinpoint your strengths and where they can be useful in other roles. There's a statistic I love to share about men and women, and I'm not going to get it exactly right, but it will be useful for illustrative purposes. Women, when considering a new role, need to see themselves as 80 to 90% qualified before they will pursue that role. For men, that number is more like 10 to 20%. Like I said, the numbers I've used aren't exact, but the real statistic is equally dramatic. My point is, your professional network can encourage you to consider what you might not consider on your own. Your current network also can suggest additional people you can talk to as you research and explore. For every career conversation you have, end it with the question, who else should I be talking to? You'll never run out of people to meet, and the exploration will take you to places you hadn't anticipated. Your current network can be a source of accountability buddies. Accountability buddies are willing to remind you what you're up to when you want to turn and go in the opposite direction. And they can remind you of who you are when you forget. When you don't want to talk to that next person, they can help keep you moving forward with a little nudge. And finally, your current network can be part of your mastermind group. As you're learning about yourself, as you're learning about new directions to explore, they can give you feedback. They can give you input when you need it. They can be a sounding board. They can share their experience and wisdom. They can be invaluable as you start to step out on the skinny branches get outside your comfort zone, and explore new opportunities for yourself. If you're an introvert like me and you're paralyzed by the thought of networking on purpose, I have a resource I created that can help. The Introvert's Guide to Professional Networking provides 26 hacks to expand your network and your prospects without acting like a fraud or feeling like a phony. So many admins that I talk to consider themselves behind the scenes people, and I can relate to that. I never intended to be out front. I simply wanted to make a difference, and you can't get what you want in life hiding in a corner. So this guide is intended to help you get on the court, but in a way that still feels true and authentic to you. You can grab that at adminnomore.com/8. My question for you this week is, who do you have in your network that you can share your goals with? Who can you engage as part of your exploration? The key to results is action. So what one action can you take this week to forward your career change goals? Comment below and let me know. If you're considering a career change, but you're not sure where to start, I would encourage you to grab my Career Transition Game Plan Guide. The guide lays out the top 5 career change strategies admins must know to choose where to start so you avoid wasting time and energy. You can grab it at adminnomore.com/get-the-guide. I'll include the link in the description below. I hope you got so much value out of this episode and you've learned some powerful ways to leverage your current network to support your career change goals. If you did, please make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss an episode. Share the episode with other admins in your life you think might find it compelling. And please like the episode and leave a comment below and let me know what you found valuable. I'm on a mission to help organizations better leverage the admin talent they're bringing in the door, and to help admins leverage their career success toward greater career opportunity. Remember, you're awesome, my friend, and you deserve good things. I'll see you next week when we explore how to leverage nonprofit organizations for your career change.